how to remove the ejector from an AR-15 bolt. So here we have an AR-15 bolt. I've already taken that apart and I've already removed the extractor. So if you want to remove the ejector to give it a real good cleaning, I'm just going to show you how easy this is to do. There's a pin right here that holds it in. It is spring loaded, so you need to be very careful about that. So the way I do this is I get something like a real Avid bench block. You need some way to hold it kind of up in the air so that we're going to knock that pin out, and you want to hold it up in the air so that the pin has somewhere to go as you punch it out. So place the bolt in the bench block in this orientation so that the pin you're going to knock out is straight up and down, just like that. So that's how it should look in there. So this is a 1/16 punch that I'm going to use to knock this out. So I'm just going to take a small hammer. I'm going to just tap on this and knock that pin out. All right, now what I've done is I've pushed the pin out through. The ejector's still in there because the 1/16 punch has taken place of the pin to hold it in. So now in order to get this out, because it's spring loaded, you want to put your thumb over that, and then you remove the punch and you'll see that it is now coming out. So we're just going to pull it right out, and then behind that there's a spring. There it is. And then the spring comes out as well. There we have it. Now we can clean that channel in there with a pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to wipe down the ejector. This one isn't too bad, so I'm just going to wipe it down with a paper towel. Do a quick wipe down of the spring. Alright, and then I'm just going to run a pipe cleaner into the ejector opening there. Yeah, it's got a little bit of crud in there, so it's good we're doing this. It's a little cruddy and a little gummy. I could even get a little bit of solvent on a pipe cleaner if I needed to, but it's coming up pretty clean. Alright, I think we're good to go there. I'm just going to blow that out. Alright, now let's put this back together. So I'm just going to put the spring back in. I'm going to put it in this orientation with the notch facing in. I'm going to gently push it in. So the way I kind of do this is, it's a little bit tricky. It's kind of hard to push that in with your thumb. Make sure your notch is facing up. Be careful you don't launch this across the room because we are using spring pressure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this punch to press this in. But at the same time, I'm going to set my 1/16 punch on top like that. And I'm just going to hold it upright, so I'm going to let gravity work here. So I'm going to push this in, and when it gets far enough in, the punch will fall into that notch and hold it in place. It's kind of like magic. Alright, so now that that's held in place, we want to just carefully retract the punch a little bit so that we can start the pin back in there. Put the pin back in. Just start the pin back in there with your finger. Just enough for it to stay put. I'm just going to lay this here to kind of hold it steady. And then I'm going to use this punch, holding everything kind of down. Kind of force that straight in. But as I force that in, it's pushing the punch out the other side. Now you only have to get that pushed in far enough to grab a hold of the ejector. So it's far enough in, you can tell, because there's no more pressure on the punch, so I was able to pull that out. So now you just need to tap that in the rest of the way. So to do that, we're going to need this bigger punch and a hammer. Just tap that in. Okay, now there it is. It's all back in there, ready to go. Make sure it still has spring tension behind it. And there we are. Good to go. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button below and subscribe. And all the tools I used in this video will have links in the description below. Thank you.